All right, so in this video, we're going to go into different order types that are available using the scanner. Many of these are unique only to the Apex Nadex scanner. And of course, we go into even more information on our trainings, like in the integrations course for spreads and touch brackets and the binary mastery course. But I want to give you a quick overview of how to use the different tickets. You have first very, very simple tickets over here, and I'm gonna let's choose some contracts that have at least a few minutes left on them. Okay, so there we go, and you got your normal limit orders. This is what you're used to doing over on Nadex. You can just open up a ticket just by clicking the ticket icon, and I want to show you, like, this is something that I've seen people get messed up on. Let's say you sort of lose your ticket and you're trying to find it, and you're over here clicking on Chrome, and you're like, I don't know where it is. It's under the Apex logo. Click that, and you'll find your ticket. Okay? And there are different programs like Dimension 4 and stuff where you can pin program so that way it doesn't, lose your ticket underneath a window, which is a, handy little feature. But if you go over here, we're just doing just a basic ticket. I can go in and let's say I want to enter an order to, buy at this contract, gets down to $5. And I hit place order. Then all of a sudden I have a working order to buy at $5. Okay? If I want to edit that, I just click edit. And I can either cancel, close. That doesn't close my order. That just closes my edit. Okay? So if I go up here, let's say I want to change it to, hit the wrong button there. Say I want to go in and I want to change this to 4, and I hit place order. Now that I did my order I have a working order at 4. If I want to get rid of the order, I just hit the little cancel order, that little trash can icon there, and that'll cancel my order out. Okay? So if I actually want to cancel it, I gotta hit the trash icon. Now, if I want to just get in the market really quick, I could hop on this contract and say, buy, at 20, I'm buying above the market, hit place order. Then my order will be placed and it'll show up right there in the trade tracker. Okay, from that point, I could set a limit order to take profit. So let's say, I got in at 13, I want to get out if it hits 20. So I hit, place order. And if that gets up to 20, then I will get filled instantly and be out of the trade. Okay? So pretty simple there. And again, if I want to edit my working order, maybe I want to make it 15, or for whatever reason I just want to cancel it, I can cancel it. And that's limit orders. So if you place a limit order below it or above it, whatever you want to do, play with that. Really simple. These are the normal tickets you're used to. Now, one of the really helpful tickets that I like, that we've added on here to make it easy so you don't have to click and type and all this other stuff, is this enable instant tickets. Now, it gives you a little warning saying, hey, this is going to go through right away. Like if you sneeze, it's going to go through, okay? So say, yep, I understand that. And then you'll see these lightning bolts appear that weren't there before. So let's just say I want to hop out of this contract right now. Notice there's a little lightning bolt there. I can exit just by click it, boom, work, done, filled. Okay? Let's say I want to get into, this contract right here. I just click that, it pops up. If I ever get a message like that, I can literally just click it again. Okay? I can even go over to Nadex and check and see if I got filled if I want to. But it'll let me know whether or not it got filled, and I can go over and, like I said, look at Nadex. But I'm on there. If I want to hop back out, just click that. It hops me out of a trade. If I want to hop into another contract, maybe one down here that expires, we'll choose weeklies just to. Then, like say I can click on this one, boom, hops me right into the trade. So real simple, instant enter, instant exit. The one thing you want to know about is these order settings. This will default your size. So if I wanted to do 10 contracts, then I'd need to actually type 10 right there. And then if I click this, it'll add, let's say if I buy this contract, it bought 10 of them. Okay, so it default, that is my size for the instant. As soon as I click that, it's going to open that up. It also will update my size on limits if I open them up. Okay, so make sure you have your size where you want it. whenever you're opening those up. And then, of course, I can, hop out of those trades really easy. Now, you know about the size order setting. Let's talk about the offset. What this is doing is it's actually placing the order X dollars above the market. Whether it be a spread, a touch bracket, a binary, it all works the same way. It's going to be $10 above where it's at. So, just to show you, let me log into my Nadex demo. And what we're going to do is, look at this price right here. It's $74.50, so it should submit right about, $84.50, depending on what the price is the second I click the button. But it'll fill at the best available price. The problem is if you enter like with 0 offset and the market moves by a tick, then you're not going to get filled. So you can choose what's comfortable for you. I usually use $10 myself. So I'm going to click this. It's at $73.50 right now. I click it. I'm filled. Let's see what it says in Nadex. It says, all right, it's submitted, $10 off. Look at that, $83.50, and I got filled at the best price at $73.50. Okay, so really, really simple way to get in and get out of trades fast. So I click it right there, and you can see that I'm now out of the trade. And you can see use the $10 offset, submitted at 69, got me out at 59.75 right there. So $10 off of where the market was, and again I got the best fill. And you may have noticed it said like live streamer subscription issue, like it solved itself and took care of it. So that's one thing we've really worked on in the new scanner. If there's ever any kind of connectivity thing, just to automatically fix it, and it did its job. All right, so that's limits. You pop those up, okay? And by the way, you can click this, like if you're wanting to update the price to where it's at right now, like I can just literally click as the price changes and notice it changes down here. So really easy, okay? So now let's talk about the stop trades. So stop order. So let's open this up, and I'm going to click this stop trigger icon. Okay? And on this, it's going to pull over the offset, just like I have here. It's going to pull the size. See that? Now I can change it. I can go in and change this to 1 for size. And then it has the ability to choose, like if the market hits at the indicative, so where the market's at right there, if it hits a certain price, to get out at that price. I can also say if the offer hits a certain price. So I can say, if the offer hits 20, then get me in. Okay? And it'll work, and it's working to see, if the offer itself, which is at 16.75, 17, 16.75, 17.25, if it actually goes up and hits 20, it'll instantly submit the order for me. Okay? So what I like about this is, I don't know if you've ever noticed, it seems sort of like the market makers will hold the price like a tick away from where your order is. Well, instead of this being in working, it's right here working. And so when that hits, then the order gets submitted. So make sure that, like your orders just aren't public, they're not out there. You can use this, by the way, to take profit. You can use it to get out. So let's hit cancel and then close it out. Let's hop in this contract. Actually, let's do a instant right there. And, got in 10 contracts, right? And so now we can use this little stop trigger icon. See that? A little watch. And I can set up a bid to get out. I can say, okay, if this thing, I got in, if it drops down, or let's say first, let's take profit. If it goes up to 40, then, get me out of the trade. It's going to say literally sell the US 500 contract if the bid gets greater than 40. Okay? So that's pretty simple, makes sense, not hard to do. I could also, so I'm going to set that over here. I could also use this to have a stop. Let's say if the price gets down to 5 on the bid. Now, here is really, this is important. Okay? This is what's called the safety price. See where it says safety price offset over here? We got safety price right here. Safety price is like the worst price I want it to submit at. Like if it goes down, I don't want it to submit lower than the safety price. So if I put this in to trigger an order when the market hits 5, okay, so let's say we just go ahead and do that right now. Then it may trigger when it hits 5, but it's not going to submit it lower than 20 bucks for that sell. So it may go, it hit 5, and then it'll submit, and it'll end up a working order at $20. Okay? Or if we were on the other side, let's say we were buying, I could maybe have it at 80, then it wouldn't submit higher than 80 on a buy side. And you can use this again on spreads. You can do it on touch brackets. You can do it on binaries. All work the same way. It's dollars off of the floor ceiling on that offset. Now I could change that, and I could say make this no lower than $4. And now, if it hits 5, it's going to submit instantly, but it's not going to submit lower than 4. Okay? And what that offset does is it's simply this safety offset. Let's say if I change it to 4, it will literally just make it $4 off of the floor. Okay? So, and it puts that 4 in there for me. Okay? So it makes it really easy. I mean, you can determine the price you want, or you can use it. Just be aware if you have 20 in there, then it's not going to submit a sell lower than 20. Or, you know, if I go over here and I choose like one of these tickets and I do stop trigger, see it put $4 below the ceiling. It's not going to submit higher than 96 because I have 4 in there, so $4 off of the ceiling. And if I was doing a spread, it'd be the same thing. It'd be $4 lower than the ceiling, $4, you know, higher than the floor and the sell. Okay? So safety price just basically says, you know, don't submit it, or don't submit it. Don't fill an order lower or higher than this. So if I get triggered and the market's beyond that, I just want a working limit order in there. Now, you can do bid, you can do offer, okay? You can also do indicative. So I could say, you know, I don't want to, you know, maybe I want to buy this contract right here when the indicative gets to 3,005. Okay? And I don't want to buy higher than, and I can say like, you know what, I don't want to buy this higher than 60 bucks. Okay? I activate stop trigger, and now if the indicative gets to 3,005, it'll fire off the order at the best price available. If that price is less than 60, it'll fire it off at less than 60. But if it's greater than 60, it will fire off a limit at 60. So that way you don't get filled like at $99. Like that would really bite to buy at 99 bucks. I mean, you're really going to be down because of fees. So it really protects you. And that is how the stop triggers work. Okay? So you can use indicative, you can use bids when you're, you know, selling, offers when you're buying. You can use them for take profit, you can use them for entries, you can use them for stop outs, whatever you want to do. So now just instead of just being limited to limit orders, now you got stop limits that will, stop means, hey, stop and trigger my order when the trigger price is hit, whether it be indicative or whether it be, you know, bid or offer. And, you know, submit it at the, you know, market, you know, plus 10 ticks, minus 10 ticks there, which is the price offset, but not higher than 60 or not lower than 20. Okay, on this one. So just based on what you put in there. So let's hop out of these and flatten that out. And then let's go in, and now let's do one other thing. Okay, and this is brand new feature, super excited. We've been wanting this for literally about 2 years. We finally got it. So, and let's just say we're doing a spread. We'll do a spread for fun, okay? So we'll hop over here, and let's say we hop in this spread. So let's click that one. For whatever reason, well, we're looking at all of them. I like this one. It has the best risk-reward ratio. So I'm going to click that to get in. And if it's working and it doesn't get me in, I can always edit the order and go, you know what, let's see here, the market moved pretty fast, let's make it 3,005, place the order. Okay? And now I can go over here, and you can only access this from an open position. I can go in, I can go to trailing at stop trigger. Notice that feature wasn't there before. And I can say, you know, what I want my safety price to be. Okay. It just automatically set it at $4 off the floor or ceiling. Okay, so let's say we want to make it 20 off the floor or ceiling. So I click this here. Now it's 20 off the like I said, the floor or ceiling here. So 29.85, 29. It won't go. It won't actually submit the order to sell out. Okay, any lower than 29.85. And let's say, since I'm going to do trailing stop trigger, I want to trail it by $20. That's what the trailing trigger offset is. So it's saying trail by $20 behind the market and get me out. Let's just say if the indicative gets to 3,005. Okay. So now it's going to, now I don't have to put a take profit in. I could just do a trail. Okay. But I'm saying, you know what? Get me out of the trade if it hits 3,005 and trail it, or, you know, let's make it higher, 3,010. And trail it by $20. So every time the market moves up a tick, it's going to pull that trail stop up. So you can see right there, it says, you know, bid trigger offset, $20. As it moves up, it's going to keep tightening up the trailing trigger price. Right now it's at 3,001.5 for the trailing trigger. But if the market keeps rising, then that will change and it will go up. And so now I have the ability to have, so now it says 3,002 because it moved up. The market indicative over here moved up a point. And so if it goes up to 3,005, then I'll see it move up again. Now, we just ran out of time, so it's not going to keep working. But because the market just expired there. But it actually is working right now because this is a working order. It'll stay active through the close. So the market just closed at 4:15. It'll reopen at 6. And it'll still be there working for you when the market reopens at 6 because this is a touch bracket that trades on a weekly time frame, which is pretty nice. You can actually have orders sitting there working for you with a take profit and a trail. And then, of course, when the market opens back up here in an hour and 45 minutes, then it'll just keep doing its thing. So now you have the ability to not only do limit entries, take profits, now you can also do stops for take profits on bid, offer, and indicative. You can do stop for, you know, losses on bid, offer, and indicative. You can do instance for entry and exit. And you can do trailing stops with a take profit built in. So if the trail hits, it'll get you out. It won't keep working the take profit. If the take profit hits, it'll cancel the trail. So quite a few options that you don't have in Nadex that you have here in the scanner. Again, the scanner is free. And so make sure to take advantage of it at ApexInvesting.com. And if you want to learn more about what contracts to choose, how to trade touch brackets and spreads and binaries, we have an integrations course which teaches you about touch brackets and spreads, futures, forex, how to put them all together. And then we have a binary breakout course which teaches you about futures and forex, trading them on binaries, and exactly how to trade them, how to pick your strikes, and put everything together. So make sure to check those out. But hop in, play with these, play with them in demo, get used to them, sort of see how everything works. Ask us questions in the trade room or the forum. We'll be glad to help you out.